All right, guys, I'm excited to share my story with you because today is officially our 6-year birthday for Team Glow Diggers. So 6 years ago today, I said, yes, sign me up. I'm going to be a coach. I'm going to do the damn thing. But what you might not know is nothing just like worked magically for me. I was not the coach that came in and just crushed it and killed it and had all these people coming to them. And it was super frustrating because my coach kind of was that way. So I want to start off by saying, welcome. And I'm Danielle, and this is my 6-year coach anniversary. And I want you to know that everything that I share, it's possible for you. And I'm going to go through some things that I've accomplished with our team and some things that I never thought I could do. But I'm also going to go and be really honest about my failures and what it has took to get to the place that I am today and where I want to continue to see this team grow. So, for those of y'all that don't know me, I live in Philadelphia. I spent 12 years of my life in the South because I went to Virginia Tech for undergrad. Go Hokies, always a Hokie football fan, first and foremost. And then I went to the lesser school of Clemson, just kidding, and did my master's in architecture. And from there, I moved to Atlanta for 5 years. Love Atlanta. Not in July and August, but miss it dearly. So I've lived all up and down the East Coast. And from that experience, I've made a lot of friends all up and down the East Coast. And when I got to Atlanta, I was very uncomfortable in my own skin, and I did not have like a community that I felt that I was a part of. Now, kind of growing up, I never really felt a part of things in general. I've always been the girl that's had a lot of friends from different groups because I was scared to be singled out. I was scared to be left out. I am an Enneagram 7. And so if you follow that, you know we love adventures. We have major FOMO. That has been very difficult during this pandemic. But I am the person that is positive and optimistic and loves to do things with my friends. And I moved to Atlanta and looked around and saw people doing drugs. I saw people staying out till 4 a.m. I saw people using food and alcohol as a coping mechanism. And I said, this is not what I signed up for in the real world. Like, I had come from 3 years of working my booty off in grad school, and I was ready for a new chapter. But that new chapter wasn't what I thought that it was going to be. And so what happened is I kept seeing one of my really good friends from Virginia Tech. She was a military spouse, and I saw her posting these really positive posts where she had been moving a lot, but she had never felt better. She was starting to build a community around her that truly cared about her health and her wellness and her internal growth just as much as her exterior results. And she's like, Danielle, you need to do this. So I had been teaching group fitness for about 2 or 3 years at that time. So I thought I knew it all because I had suffered a really bad running injury in grad school. So I was like, cool, I'm going to learn how to weight lift and I'm going to teach it and I'm never going to injure myself again. But really, I had no connection of my fitness with anything else in my life. I just thought I knew it all. I'm an instructor. I teach 3 to 4 to 5 times a week. I don't need to worry about anything else. But in reality, I had gained 30 pounds. I felt like shit. I didn't have a community in a freaking huge city I'd never been to, and I felt really lost. And so there was something inside of me that just said yes one day. Danielle, just go sign up as a discount member, see what it's like, listen to your friend, you trust her, you know her, like go do the damn thing. And I went to this event and I said, I'm in. I want to build this. I want to build what I don't see in the city. I don't know how. I don't know how to use social media. I don't know how to speak on live calls. I don't know how to run a team page. I definitely have never been a leader before. I mean, I've been part of a lot of sports teams and groups, but I don't know how. I just know I got to find some people that are like me because I can't do this whole like stay up till 4 a.m. kind of thing. So it happened over time for me. So what happened is I saw my coach just like kill it. Like she just was signing up people left and right. And I was over here like, what about me? Why isn't this working for me? And the number one thing that we're going to tell you as a new coach that you do is you do you, both in your health, in your fitness, and in your mindset. And if you don't have those things on point, if you're not being your best challenger, you're never going to attract anybody that's better than you, right? And it doesn't mean that I'm perfect because y'all, Right now I feel a little off my game. But I also know that this is about a marathon for me. This is not a sprint. This is not a quick fix type of deal. This is a healthy lifestyle for me. So I wanted to get to a place with my body and myself and the way I think that I didn't yo-yo anymore, that I didn't punish myself for eating bad, that I didn't sit and gorge and use food as a coping mechanism, but instead as fuel. And it took me a good 6-ish months to really make that transition because I was not incorporating personal development. And what you'll learn in coaching is that's such a big core value of our team. And anybody that you see is successful will tell you they study other people, they study the way they think, they learn from books and podcasts and seminars and events. And gosh, I miss personal growth events right now. But they put their mind in as much training as they do their muscles. And those first 4 to 6 months, I wasn't doing it. I said, I don't have time to read. Like, who's got time for that? And I started seeing other coaches that would enroll after me, and they were seeing success and they were moving forward with their business. And I got so frustrated. And so I made a commitment to fly to Tampa. Now, guys, I was not making a lot. Now, let me just say this. Beachbody guarantees no level of income or success. It's all based on your hard work, diligence, and skill. But I was making like $100, $200. I was like, cool. But like, as you start to make more, you're like, oh, you understand the comp plan and you want to grow that because you're like, oh, but I can make $400 or I can make $600 or I can make $1,000. And what would that look like for my student loan debt would be huge. So I went to this event called Super Saturday. I flew to Tampa. I paid money to stay in a hotel for the weekend, and there was 800 people there. Our CEO was there. Autumn Calabrese was there. There was all these top coaches, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is for me. Like, I don't know how I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to start listening. I'm going to start being coachable. I'm going to learn from the best. I'm going to replay YouTube video after YouTube video. I'm going to dive in. I'm not going to depend on my coach anymore to figure it out. I'm going to be a leader and I'm going to grow my own team. And it was in that moment that I drew a line in the sand and I said, I'm not taking any shit from work anymore, because I was working like till midnight, 2 a.m., and I was just getting shit on at work. I was getting no recognition, no promotion. It was bad. And I looked around and I saw nobody I could rely on. And I said, cool, I'm going to build this. If they all can do this, there are all these shapes, sizes, ages, backgrounds, struggles. If all these people can do it, why not me? And so I started plugging into programs and doing them start to finish, not being wishy-washy. I started reading books every single day, no matter what was going on in my life. And I listened to podcasts on my commutes to work, at my lunch hour. If I was doing like busy work and I could focus on that, your job might be different. But like any chance I got, I just was leaning in and letting my brain take in as much positivity and growth as possible. And I started expanding my mind to believe in myself. And so what led to that then is pushing to another big event called Summit that year. And I said, I'm going there as a team leader. I'm going there as a diamond coach. I don't care I don't care who's coming with me or who's not, I'm doing it. And you know what? On the first day of that coach summit in Nashville, I freaking was a diamond coach. And so those are the types of mindsets that you have to have in this business, because nobody's going to build it for you. I'm here to be your mentor. I share everything that has worked for me, but it might need to look different for you. You know, we have teachers on our team and they work totally differently than we have NICU nurses that are working 4 12-hour shifts that work totally differently than me right now. I'm on furlough and this business is everything for me. And if I did not have it, if I didn't do that 6 years of hard work, I wouldn't be living here right now. And I don't say that lightly. And I didn't know that 6 years ago. I was just like, let's make an extra $100 and lose 30 pounds. So over the last 6 years, our team has grown to over 600 people. I am approaching multi-six figures cumulative earnings with Beachbody, which is wild to say. It still makes the hair on my arms stand up. But I'm so grateful for it right now, like more than ever that I ever thought possible. I've gone on four Success Club trips: Mexico, 2 cruises, Punta Cana. Obviously, we did not go to Punta Cana this year, but we go to Mexico again next year, which I'm super excited about. I've been to the New Leaders Conference in LA and been to Beachbody headquarters. I've been on multiple, I've spoke to our entire network on our corporate training page with over 300,000 people. Our team is 3-star diamond lifetime. I've hit a C10 all-star legend, which means helping 5 people every month for 24 months in a row. I mean, the list goes on, but to me, the most important part of this journey has been growing myself. There's a lot of things that I would never face if it weren't for this business. I started therapy this year and it's been really challenging, but also I would have never approached that if it wasn't for my team, because the women that are on our team now are so like me, but also challenge me. I truly believe that you want friends in your life that are going to push you and call you out on your bullshit and want the best for you. And that's why they push you. And so I look around and 90 to 95% of my friends have come from Beachbody because we have similar core values. We are willing to do the work and be consistent about it to create this life of freedom, whether that is an extra $100, whether that's paying off student loan debt, whether that is having vacation for their family every year, whether that's just helping a few people and offsetting the cost for their products. Whatever you want, you can have. That's the other thing. I did my final numbers the other day. I've paid off about $60,000 in student loan debt, and that would have never happened without a secondary stream of income. But I'll tell you this, it's because I've had the mindset from day one. I want to build not just with me. I don't want to be selfish. I want to share this. And I want to do it in a way that's consistent AF, because I know I set the tone. If I don't show up in the mornings, none of my team's going to show up. If I'm not hitting the goals each month, none of my team's going to do that. And so I set the standard that consistency is the core value of our team, that we show up in the mornings, that we get on team calls, that we lean into each other, that we are an active participant in our challenge groups. And I expect that of my coaches because I never ask you to do anything I don't do. And so for me, I want other women on our team that are, yes, willing to put on the work, but work hard and play hard. You know, we do bachelorette parties together. We do monthly happy hours in Philly if you're in the area. We do workouts all the time throughout the month and get together, obviously, when it's safe. We plan trips to go visit each other up and down the East Coast. These are all things that I value so deeply that was not present in my life 6 years ago. And honestly, I know it's really hard to make friends as an adult, 30-something-year-old. And I want to give that experience to more women, because next summer we're going to St. Louis for our big coach conference. And I want 50 Team Glow Diggers coaches there, because we've never hit that milestone before. We've never even come close to it. And I want women on our team that want to work for something that's meaningful in their life, that are willing to show up early and work late, not because they want to complain about it, because they're passionate about it, because this is a business that can impact so many areas of your life when you open your heart to it and you're consistent with it. That you don't have the mindset of, oh, this person doesn't answer me, I must be terrible. Like, no, you do your workout, you drink your shake, you have your glow juice, you get your mind on point, you have a dance party, and then you go into your social media with so much energy and so much positivity and so much authenticity that you keep it real. When you're having a hard day, you share it, but you share it how you're getting over it. When you are going through something tough, you share it your way and what you're comfortable with, but that allows people to know, love, and trust you. And that's always been my mission from day one. I want to build with my best friends. I want to look around at a table, my wedding one day, and see that all of them didn't quit, that they believed and they put in the work and they were willing to fight for something that is challenging and hard. You know, the reason I've stuck with this is because it pushes me outside my comfort zone. It is not easy, but it is simple. Work harder on yourself than you do anything else and teach others how to do the same. And that ripple will just overflow times a million. And there's now women in my life I would have never reached if I didn't invite my leader, and they didn't invite their leader. And there's generations now building that I'm so grateful for. And I think it pains me to think if 6 years ago I would have kept listening to that inner mean girl who thought she couldn't do it, who thought, I don't know how the hell this is going to happen. And instead, I just leaned into my crazy vision of building something I didn't see and just took it one day at a time, one win at a time, one workout at a time. It's just like losing weight, right? The business is very aligned to a health journey. You don't lose 30 pounds overnight. It took me almost 2 years to do that. It's the same thing with the business, but it's that consistency over time, building trust and relationships and community that has just been life changing for me. So, if there's one thing that I leave you with today, it's to go for it, but not just for a month. Give yourself a year to grow, to master your own health journey, to lean into this team, and to be a team player, right? Like soccer teams don't win with one player shooting on the goals. They win with a defense, a midfield, and an offense, and a goalie, and a coach, and sideline players that sub in. Like it takes a team to build this. And that's the thing I love most, that I'm not successful. You might see my name up there, but that's a team effort. And I want more women on our team that are willing to be team players, that are willing to show up and give their strengths and work on their struggles and grow into the women they know they are inside, but they just haven't been able to pull it out yet. I am very good at pulling that out of you. And I want to work with women that want more of that in their life. So you can have every excuse in the book. We probably have somebody doing it that has the same hours or similar limiting beliefs as you, and they just drew a line in the sand and said, you know what, if she can do it, why not me? And I hope if nothing else from that story you get it, because coming up on my failures, things that you don't see is 90% of my team quit in 2016, 2 years into my business. And I had a choice. Am I going to quit too, or I'm going to figure this out? I chose to figure it out. We've missed goals by 24 hours in one person. And I could have said, F it, this isn't for me. Or I could have said, what can I learn from this? What is the lesson I can take? And I would much rather it me take 10 times longer than a lot of other my friends that have built massive, incredibly successful teams, and be known as the person that stuck it out, figured it out, and did it her way, and did it with a team that has that same fire and perseverance attitude, than just hitting it easy. Because that's not worth fulfilling, right? So cheers to 6 years, Team Glow Diggers. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to work with the next person that wants to take this health journey and make it into something even bigger beyond just their four walls, or beyond their town, or beyond their limiting beliefs. Because if I can do this, you can do this. And it's going to take hard work, consistency, willing to fail forward, but y'all, it is so worth it. So I love y'all. I don't have a drink right now. Water cheers. But I look forward to continuing to share our journey with you in our coach apprenticeship. And I look forward to hearing any questions y'all have.